Hey, what's good, y'all? It's the Cadillac of Tokyo, and I'm back again with another reaction video. Boom. Like, comment, and subscribe if you rock with what I'm doing. But today we're doing a versus. The SwampFox Kingslayer from Wish versus the SwampFox Kingslayer directly from SwampFox. If you watched our last video, you already know that I did the reaction on the Wish SwampFox Kingslayer, but when I dropped that video, SwampFox actually reached out to us and they said, hey, we know that this is a fake for real. Like, don't even have to guess anything at all. We're gonna send you out a real one, and we're going to let you see what the real difference is between a Wish one and the real deal. So shout out to them for that. And if you guys want a pretty good discount, I'm gonna leave a code right here. It's Caddy15. So when you're checking out at SwampFox, boom, put that in and you'll get a pretty good discount too. Well, since we know what we're here for, let's just get into it. Boom. You know, when I got this, as you guys can see, the first thing we're gonna go over is the box. As you can see, you can already tell the difference. When you get the box, it's way better than what the Wish box is. Like, the Wish is just, you know, a regular canister, basically. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just one thing, and it came with a tool to take the battery tray out, a cover for the Optic, and it came with a battery too. Like, that's it. But with the actual SwampFox Optic, it comes with the Picatinny round mount. It comes with the protective shield cover. Comes with a pistol mounting screws and lens cloth and a battery and a wrench. So off bat, you can already see it. And if you look at the detail of the box, it's way better, and everything is sitting where it should be, as you can see. You know, in the Wish one, it was just, you know, all sitting right there, but these actually have slots in the actual box, so you can tell that they mean business by the way that they took the time to actually design the box and make it more than just a sticker on a can that you can get anywhere. As you can tell, on the SwampFox Kingslayer, they have an auto off after 4 hours. When I did the Wish one, there was no auto off or any of that, so you can already tell that this is gonna last a lot longer. Okay, basically we can just go through the list of differences, and you know, and I can just show you that, and then we can go shoot the thing and see what it really is like. So the first difference that I noticed off bat was that the size of the Optic was completely different. You know, when you look at the Wish Kingslayer, it's way bigger and heavier than the actual Kingslayer itself. And the size is just wider and bigger. You can even tell by the covers itself too. The covers are different and it's bigger. And you'll notice the difference in weight and size when you actually mount it to your pistol or your AR or whatever you want to put it on. The brightness buttons are the same. The only thing different is on the clone, the buttons, when you push them in, they don't actually turn them on and off. They kind of just get brighter, or they start to glitch and stop working after a while, and then you have to keep pressing a button to make it work again. The battery trays are different size and have different designs. On the Wish Kingslayer, it's like a complete generic design. Like, it's like they didn't really put any effort in to, you know, differentiate themselves from everything else. When you look at the actual Kingslayer, it's like a complete noticeable design. Like, they really took a lot of effort in designing this Kingslayer. You can already tell from the jump. So that's one thing that you'll find noticeable about the real Kingslayer, is the size, and the trays. Like if it's just like a regular flat tray, then you probably know the difference. The lenses aren't the same. I'm pretty sure that they're sort of a different color when you put them on camera, but when they're next to each other, they're the same color. But the fake one looks like it's about to fall out. Like if you're looking at it, it's not actually securely seated. It's not securely seated in the actual dome that it's supposed to be in. You can actually see you can put your fingernail in there. That's how big it is. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it may fall out at any time. And when I read the reviews on it, of course it would fall out any time. But when you look at the actual Kingslayer, it's actually seated in there perfectly, and you'll know the difference too. And it's pretty easy to tell. Like if somebody would have told me before I even bought it off Wish, like, oh, how would you know it was a fake? Just look at the lens. Like if you can like put your fingernail in there, then you should know off rip. And this is the easiest one that you could probably do to figure out if you have a Wish Kingslayer or one directly from the company. If you just turn it over, on the original Kingslayer, it actually says the product number and it says Kingslayer pistol cut on the bottom. As the Wish one, it's just the Kingslayer logo. It's just the SwampFox logo and the product number. So that's probably like the easiest way, because when I was talking to SwampFox Mike, he told me that this company, they keep doing this and they try to take legal action against them. But when they do that, they just shut down the LLC and then they make a new one. And when they do that, some people still think it's real and they try to send it in for a warranty, seeing all the problems with it. And and then they have to tell them it's fake. So if you guys really want to know if they're real or fake, just look on the bottom. It's probably like the easiest thing you could do. Okay, the next thing, the logo on top of the Optic is not as sophisticated on the Wish Optic. If you look at the Wish Optic, I feel like this is like some laser engraving, but you remember those like little S's we used to make back in middle school, like with the 3 lines on the top and the bottom and you connect them? That's exactly how the S's look on the Wish Optic. But when you look on the actual original SwampFox Optic, it's different, and it's way better detailed. Like the one on top of the Wish one is very sloppy. Like the lines and markings are kind of almost overlapping each other or almost touching each other. So that's another easy giveaway. Next thing, the interior milling of the Optic. When you get an actual Kingslayer, you're going to notice the detailing is way different from the Wish Optic. Other than it being way taller and sits way higher than the regular Wish Optic, you're going to notice that the milling in there, like I said before in the other review, is different. And where the glass is, there's like a different design in there too that isn't on the actual SwampFox. So that's definitely super noticeable. The logos on the Optic covers is a dead giveaway too. If you guys have ever owned an actual SwampFox Optic, you'll notice the difference right away, because on the Kingslayer, it actually says SwampFox on it and it has the logo. But if you are looking at the Wish one, it has that distorted S with the messed up lines in the logo without the SwampFox, like the SwampFox logo on it too. So that's like the easiest way to actually see what you're dealing with. And as for the details, on both of them, they do have SwampFox on them. Like, on the side of the Optic, they all say SwampFox on them, but the one on the fake is actually not as bright as the one on the real one. The one on the real one, it looks like they use better paint, and the complete optic itself, it's all black, but it's a different black from the actual SwampFox Kingslayer. So that's a super noticeable. That was the first thing that I noticed when I took it out the box, is that the black one, I mean, not the black one, but the Wish one was like a different type of black and a different painting, and you can actually see the adjustment levers too on the Kingslayer are different from the Wish optic. The detailing is a lot better, and you'll notice that it's a lot smaller, and the adjustment levers are smaller, and they're completely different from the Wish optic. Oh yeah, and as you know, they did come with RMR screws, like actual adjustment screws. I think I already said that, but why not say that again? They did come with that, so that is super perfect. Also, the dot on the Wish optic, the dot is just a regular dot, but it's advertised as 45 MOA, so it's a circle dot. But when you get it, it's just a regular dot. You won't even notice the difference. But when you actually go from the SwampFox website, this 45 MOA dot is ridiculous. Like I'm never gonna miss this. This is even better than the Hollow Sun 32 MOA dot. This, like, when I looked at it, I was like, this is so ridiculous how big this is. Like, there's no way that I'm missing a shot or anything. If you guys remember in the Wish review that I did, I told you that it was like I had to almost squint to like see the dot perfectly without all the warping and distortion. But on the actual optic, it doesn't do that at all. Like it's like perfect. You know what I mean? You don't see any distortion. There's no extra red dots, and it doesn't warp when it's by the top or by the edges of the glass or any of that. It's just a perfect 45 MOA dot. And really, I'm excited to shoot this too. So with that being said, let's just hit the range. Okay, what's good, y'all? So we are back from the range, and as you can see, I just got my Hollow Sun and my SwampFox. As you guys know, I did try to I went to the range to shoot the real deal exactly from SwampFox, and I'd have to tell you guys that it's way better than the Wish SwampFox by a long shot. Like, I didn't have to squint my eyes, I didn't have to do anything. There was an actual 45 MOA dot, and it did hold up over after the pressure of, you know, having a few bullets through it. For the SwampFox, I mean, from the Wish SwampFox, when I tried that one, you know, if I tipped it over, like if I tipped it over right here, just like this, it would lose its 0. So this one, I dropped it just like a half a second ago before I started filming, and let's just check it just to make sure. And it still has 0. So with that being said, that, you know, that should be your biggest, you know, indication that you have a real SwampFox, because the other one lost 0 just from tipping over from this high, like just this high, not too much. And this is empty, as you guys can see, the magazines are right there. But honestly, I would definitely go with the SwampFox Kingslayer. You know, I am a fan of the 32 MOA red dot, but the 45 MOA is still okay and it still works. Yeah, honestly, like picking up, you know, a target, or picking up a target, it just becomes even easier. Like if I had really bad eyes, I would have no problems picking up anything with this. I was so surprised at how big a 45 MOA dot really is. And it does have the shake awake feature, and it did shoot really good at the range. There wasn't any real problems with it. The only thing that I would probably want to try is something with like a smaller dot, but you know, other than that, I wouldn't even want an actual red dot. I like the circle with the cross in the middle, because, you know, that's way easier to pick up than a dot, and this, you know, does it. Like the 45 MOA does that. So I would definitely want to go with that. And as I said before, there is a discount code that I left here, because I know that these things are expensive, but you know, if you use the discount code, I think you'll get like 15 to 20% off, which is a really good deal in the whole Optic game, because who's really giving you 15 to 20% off on anything? You know, even with the Hollow Sun, you know, there's no discounts. You just have to pay for it. And another thing that you can do to make this even more affordable for you is to do it through Klarna Pay. It's KLARNA. It literally just pays for it for you, and then it'll, you know, take $50 payments out of your bank account or your credit card, and that'll happen once a week or once a month. So if you guys get paid every 2 weeks or a week, you can take $50 out from your check every week. And I feel like that's the way that I paid for all of my guns and dots, because I'd rather do it on a payment plan where, you know, instead of paying all of that up front. But other than that, try Klarna, and then there's the 15% discount, and that should be on the screen. It should be on the screen the whole time. And with that being said, man, shout out to you guys for making it through the whole video. And if you guys want me to review anything else, comment down below, and I might make even more videos on these. Like, I haven't really even spoke about building a polymer 80 yet, or getting my slide milled, and I can show you guys a few good places if you guys want to get your slide milled and everything. Okay, and with that being said, thanks for watching.